So here is day 2 of our Dairy Cows week. So what we're going to do it a little bit out of order. We're going to do the comprehension read aloud part first and then go into phonics because I'm going to have to erase the board. All right, so what we're going to do is if you need to refer back to Clarabelle, I want you to go back to the first video on day 1 and go about halfway through and listen to that story one more time. Okay, so Clarabelle, this is Clarabelle the cow. She's so cute. And today we're just going to talk about some of those vocabulary words. Usually in class, we would come up with some motions for them so that we remember them with our mirrors with words. So we could kind of do it on our own. Normally, I would shop for some great body movements, if you will, shopping for movements for our words. So if you could, just whoever you're with, come up with a movement for manure. So manure is that the waste material from animals, like cow manure, it stinks. Okay, so just come up with some of those movements, like manure is the waste material from animals, and then kind of come up with a movement for that. All right, excellent. The stall is an individual space for a cow to rest. So they can rest in the stall and they can also go and have their milk with the milking machines in the stall. So each individual cow has a stall. So what can we do for rest? Like a cow can go to rest in its stall. Perfect. So let's put it together. So we do manure is the waste material from animals. Show me. Great. And then a stall is where an animal goes to rest. Great job. All right, so we're going to go for alfalfa, which is down here. So alfalfa is the plant grown to feed dairy cows. So it's what those animals eat. What would you show me to where that's what animals eat? Excellent. Yeah, and they chew it, rechew it, right? Lots of saliva with cows, lots of saliva. Let's go with fertilizer. So fertilizer is material added to plants to help them grow. So what can we do? So it's a material added to plants to help them grow. What can we do? Excellent. Like I see a lot of like plants growing, have like your little leaves, little trees up top. So yeah, we could do that. Absolutely. So let's go back to the beginning. So manure is waste material from animals. Perfect motion. Stall is where animals go to rest. Excellent. Alfalfa is the plant that animals or the cows eat. Great job. And fertilizer is material added to plants to help them grow. Fantastic. And then the last one is teats, where that is where the cow's milk comes from. So what can we do there? Excellent. All right. Excellent job. So we can put that all together. But then what I'm going to ask some questions and then I'm going to pause because what you're going to need probably is like a piece of paper because then you're going to want to record some of these answers for some of the questions in Seesaw. So just a piece of paper, you can draw your picture to answer the question. You can tell the person next to you, they can write it down if you prefer. So here we go. So what is Clarabelle's milk used for? What is that used for? Okay, go ahead and write that down. You can pause the video if you need to. How much does a calf weigh when it is born? Okay, you might need to go back in the story. This is where we would go back in the story and we kind of find those answers. For example, where's my Clarabelle book? So I'd find the page about the calf, which was pretty early on in the story. So we have that and go back. So she has to give birth to a calf. At North Swiss, calves are born every day of the year. And on the day Clarabelle's calf is born, she gives birth to, or other cows give birth as well, 4 others. So then within minutes of the big event, the newborns begin to struggle to their feet. They get a bath from their sandpapery tongue and they get like a little milk bottle from that. Let's see, I think we went a little too far. Yep, because now let's go back to before this one. There we go. So she weighs nearly 1,500 pounds. Each year she gives birth to a calf that weighs about 100 pounds. So then we can kind of go back. So we kind of practiced that like we talked about. We saw the pictures of her calf, but we couldn't find the information that we needed. So we had to go back a little bit, which it tells us right in here how much she weighs and how much her calf weighs. How does a dairy cow produce 30 gallons of saliva? How does that dairy cow do that? So again, we're going to go back in that story. And I remember it was about her chewing a lot. So here we go. So it's about her chewing a lot. So Clarabelle spends 4 to 6 hours a day eating and rechewing her food. So in that, she digests her nutrients, but all that chewing makes her produce nearly 30 gallons of saliva a day. That's so much drool, but it is there in our story. So we're going to kind of go through these questions together. And then on a different week, you'll be able to kind of go back in that read aloud. How does a dairy, oh wait, we said that one. What can you infer about the picture inside the milk center? So let's go in here about inside the milking center. What can you kind of think about what's going on in that picture? I want you to tell somebody by you. What's going on in that picture? What do you see? What do you think's happening? Okay. And then what does it mean when Clarabelle goes to work? What does that mean? Does she actually go and get a paycheck? Does she go to like an office? No, what is her work that she does? She kind of goes here, right? So what does she do when she goes to work? Okay. And then the last question is, so I want you to do, those were like kind of opinion questions and what you thought. What would happen if dairy cows didn't produce milk? Think about that. What do we get from milk? What are some of those things that we get from milk? Yeah, like cheese and yogurt and just milk in general and ice cream. So if they didn't produce milk, we wouldn't have all those things, which is luckily that Clarabelle does what she does and all those 1,200 dairy cows at the farm. And that's just one farm, and I'm sure there's several across the United States that do this as well. Fantastic. So today on Seesaw, I want you to go in. There's going to be a sheet for you to fill out. Like actually, there's going to be two things. One is going to be the process of milk. So you can do it with a video. You can draw it out, draw some pictures of what happens at the process of milk, like when it starts from Clarabelle, and then it goes through the process. You can write it out if you like, and then you're going to post it on Seesaw under the assignment. And then the second thing is there's going to be a sheet of things that come from a dairy cow, which is pretty cool. So you'll get to kind of play around with those things and put those in there. All right, so the next thing we're going to go into is phonics. I'm going to take these vocabulary words down. And we're going to practice writing some of our phonics words today. So after we blend and segment, you're just going to need some paper. Or if you have Expo dry erase markers at home, you can use those. All right, but we are going to kind of do some writing of our words here. And remember, our endings are going to be these three. So these are our focus of our, what sound are they? Right, excellent, long E. So we're going to kind of go through here. All right, and I'm going to put the words under where it belongs. So it's going to kind of be like a chart here. All right, so let's blend and segment our words. So here we go. Blend and segment. So I'm going to say the word, you're going to repeat after me. We're going to get our slinkies out, stretch it out, and bring it back together. So here we go. The word is float. Excellent. Float. Great job. Spot. Spot. Excellent. Wreck. 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 Great job. Strap. Good. App. Good. Truck. Truck. Great job. Then we're going to do one more. Block. 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 chat. At. Good. Mash. Ash. Good. Crush. Crush. Good. Flag. Flag. Great job. All right, so now I'm going to kind of give you some words, and we're going to kind of put them where they go. And the first one, they're all going to have those long E sounds, but we have to figure out which column they're going to go into. So this is where your paper and pencil, or if you have a marker or expo marker, whatever you need, something to write with and something to write on, anything will work. So the first word is key. Okay, so we have a k, e sound. Okay, we're going to put that under this column, but what sound do you hear at the beginning of k, e? Good, that k sound. So we're going to put key right there. Okay, then we have candy. So we hear that k sound again, but this time it's going to be the c. So k and D. Good with that Y, like bunny, candy. And this "and" is one of our sight words this week. Let's do birdie. Birdie. Okay, so is it going to be here? Is there a consonant in between our E sound? No, so we're going to go here. It's going to be IE. So at the beginning, we're going to have B, D. And then we add our E sound, birdie. Okay, then the next one, this is the long one. So this is brownie. Brown E. We can do it because we're going to chunk it up. We can do it. So if we have brr, right? What two letters make ow? Ow. And then our long E sound, which makes I, E. Okay, great job. We're going to go back to this one with baby. That was one of our words from our poem as well as candy and brownie and birdie. So baby. Okay, it's going to have a Y at the end. So we have B-A-B. Okay, great job. And then the last word that we're going to do is Pete. Eat. And this is Pete. We saw him before we left for break. So we have eat. And that is our consonant in between. So it's E, consonant E, with some of our words in there. So very good. Excellent job. All right. So excellent job. So what I'd like for you to do is you're going to head over to Seesaw for today's assignment. And it is so good to see you today. You all have a wonderful afternoon. And then after Seesaw, you can head over to iReady. There'll be some lesson. You can do one lesson and then an I Excel lesson too, if you would like to do that as well. So see you all tomorrow or later. Bye.